Hey guys, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a process video for you for the latest White with One challenge. This month's color challenge is to use white and Kelly green. And as you can see, I have a little baggie full of Kelly green stuff. Because we're on the design team, or I'm on the design team, we get to see all the colors ahead of time. So I was trying to sort of do some prep work, and pull pieces from my stash that fit the color scheme. So that way, when it got time for me to do the layout, I would have everything ready to go, and I wouldn't have to worry about, like, oh, I used that on a different layout and I really wanted to use it for this. And as you can also see, I had pulled a photo and thinking that that was what I was going to use for this, and it turned out I had already picked a photo to use for this. I had prepped this, this little kit so far in advance that I forgot that there was a photo in there. So the photo is from Christmas, and that's my daughter and I doing our annual silly Christmas hat photo. It's a tradition that my mom started. I think even before my daughter was born. And then we sort of initiated her into it with different silly hats or like props that we hold up. It used to be the whole family would do it, and now it's just me and my daughter. So I hope that, you know, she's little still, but I hope that as she gets older, she will continue to want to take these silly photos with me every Christmas. So here I am just doing a little bit, or trying to figure out some layering, or which pattern paper is going to go good on that. What would you call it? Maybe it's like sort of like a buffalo plaid, but it's green, sort of, right? So I ended up I didn't pick the star pattern paper. I picked the other pattern paper because I was using a tag that had the star pattern paper. So I didn't want it to be the stars on top of the stars. I thought that might not pop as well, be a little too redundant. So in order to get as much variety of green patterns on here, I chose the other one. And that's those two little squares are actually from a 6x6 paper pad that I think was a Christmas pad from like Photo Play, I think. And I actually got it for free with an order that I placed during the month of December from scrapbook.com. So that's kind of a good tidbit if you are shopping for scrapbook supplies around the holidays. You might get some freebies from scrapbook.com. Or if you are placing scrapbook orders at any time from Paper Issues, you can use my code LARS to save 20%. So I also had some little paper strips that I wanted to add in there. And I should also mention that there's a sketch this month. It's not only a color challenge, it's a sketch. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing and putting things where I'm putting them. The original sketch had just the single photo, 4x6, and it had a couple pieces of ephemera sticking out from the photo on the right-hand side. It had like some sort of like number banner. I mean, that's just a placement holder, a number banner going down at the bottom. I just decided to use paper strips, and since I like things in threes, I decided to use 3 of them. And that is a pretty little studio stitching sticker. So if you, like me, do not have a sewing machine, you can add stitching to your layouts using those really cool transparent stickers. And of course, I dropped one of them on my layout where I didn't want it to go. So I had to very carefully peel it up, and luckily it didn't do too much damage, but it was still kind of frustrating. But that's part of my process. If something doesn't go wrong during scrapbooking for me, then it must not be me. It must not be me doing the layout. So I'm just going to put these little paper strips down. And again, I always like the rule of 3 to keep things in threes. You can see I didn't do that with my ephemera. Over on the side, I have a big tag. I have a half like scallop circle sticker. I have a sticker that says, now I can't see what it says, big smiles, I think. I have another little circle sticker, and then I have a yarn tassel. So that's 5 pieces of ephemera on this side there instead of 3, but that's okay. I've been really into like clustering big embellishment clusters, and so that's kind of what I'm doing there, just to kind of take up some of that extra white space so it's not so empty over there. So aside from that, I will have the links below so you can check out what the other design team members have done for the White with One challenge this month. And then if you head over to the White with One Facebook group, that's where you can show us your work and enter your work for a chance to win a prize. We pick a random winner every month, and the prizes are always really fun. So I of course, was trying to see if there were any more ephemera pieces that I could add to this, and I decided, after going through everything that I had off camera, that there was nothing. I didn't even use all the pieces that I had pulled originally when I was prepping this kit, so I'm just going to add my journaling in here, and then because it's me, I have to do like some splattering stuff. Oh, I did add some extra ephemera pieces. So that's a pink fresh chipboard flare from the Let's Stay Home collection. And it's just it's a house with a heart in it. Since it's my daughter and me at home, I thought that was kind of fitting for the house. And then, oh, and I do have some other pieces from my stash. Those are just some word stickers. I totally forgot that I added these. Of course, there's like 5 more minutes of the video left, so I wasn't anywhere close to finishing. Those are just some word, like phrase strips, peas in a pod, just the 2 of us, and then that one has just some stars on it. So I'm just kind of, again, adding more pieces to like take up more room, just making really big embellishment clusters. And at this point, you know, I didn't add all the same type of pieces as in the original sketch, but that's the whole point of the sketch, so I am happy with that. And again, okay, so I am not off camera, but I'm still going through because I still feel like there needs to be something else, maybe. I really like those gem stickers. Those were actually from some sort of like card kit, and I never use them on the cards, so I'm going to use them on my layouts. And I will also use some misting spray because I was going to say this before, but I didn't get a chance to because it's me. You have to have some splatter. And I will tell you in advance, I probably should have splattered the white cardstock beforehand, but I wasn't really thinking about it at first. I guess I didn't think I was going to do it, but I am using Vicki Boutin Foundations paper as my background. So it's a really sturdy cardstock. It's perfect for mixed media, and I hated to use it without doing any sort of mixed media because like that's what it's for, and it's so in demand. It's kind of hard to come by sometimes, but I really like it, and I hated to not do any mixed media on it. So that's, I think, one of the other reasons why I decided to add some. So I'm just putting down a few of these little gem stickers. Again, some of the things that I like about these White with One challenges is that you can pull so many different types of things from your stash and mix collections because you're only looking for one specific color. So you're mixing collections, you're using up pieces from your stash, and you are also like mixing colors. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be specifically that Kelly green on the whole thing. It's kind of fun to see how everybody's color hues change a little bit. So you can see like I have different color greens, but the main things that the Kelly green inspired me here. Yeah. So the splatters are going to come, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. I should have done them in advance because it was a little bit like the splatter that I'm using is from Lindy Stamp Gang, and it splatters a little too much for my tastes. It ended up looking okay once it dried, and you'll see how it dried in the close-up photos, which are to follow. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you have any questions about this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and leave me a comment below. And again, the links for White with One Challenge blog are going to be down below so you can enter your own take on the Kelly Green Sketch Challenge. And also come visit me on my own social media and blog. I would love to connect with you guys there and talk scrappy things there as well. So that's going to do it for me. The close-ups are here to follow, and I thank you so much for watching. Happy scrapping!